Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. Welcome to Living with Spice. I'm going to be doing a card reading for Libra. Now this is a general card reading and it's for the 3rd through to the 9th of May. So as you know, Libra, we're just going to look at the general collective for Libra. What energy are you focused on? What's going on around you at the moment? What does Divine need and want for you to know right now that's going to help you through this week as events unfold? So let's take a look at the reading for the week. Now, if you'd like to have a card reading that is specific to your circumstances, my details are in the description box below, so you can always contact me. All right, Libra, let's see what is coming up for you. Libra, thank you for joining me for your reading. This is for the 3rd through to the 9th of May. So I'm going to pull some cards, some tarot cards from this deck, see what is coming up for you. So thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Libra in this week. Okay, what is coming up for Libra? We'll look at where your energy has been most recently and how you are moving forward. All right, thank you, Spirit. This is for Libra. All right, okay, so Libra, we've got a really lovely energy to start with, which is the Lover's card, which can be connection with a special person or connection with your purpose. So it will take it as it resonates for your particular situation. The Lover's card is also about where we are connecting to Spirit and what we're most passionate about. It's the choices that we are making in terms of relationships. So this is very key to your focus at the moment, key relationships in your life and what they mean to you. So there is emphasis in thoughts around either what you're most passionate about in life, or a particular focus on what relationships mean to you at the moment, a romantic relationship. So that's the key message to begin the reading. So the importance of relationships and the importance of what you're most passionate about. We then move to the Emperor card, which is also known as the Lord in this particular deck. And so the energy here is about taking on authority, taking the position and stance of an authoritative energy, stepping up to leadership, energy and position, and really seeing your life from a point of view that it's time to make big picture decisions, because that's what the Emperor does. And it is stepping into certainty, into decisiveness, and perhaps this is around making decisive choices around relationships or what you're most passionate about, so that it is leading to a stronger foundation for the long term, which is the Four of Wands. So you're wanting to establish a strong long-term foundation, and so you're bringing this energy to the table to create some clarity and certainty, to strategize plans going forward and reviewing what that means for you. So recognizing that you want and need to focus on what you're most passionate about, making important long-term decisions in order to ensure stability and security for the future, long-term future. Now we see that you are very much in a state of just sitting back and observing and reflecting and thinking through your plans. So the Four of Swords card, we see you sitting here and thinking about various options, what that means, so very deep in thought and really considered. So that's perfect match to the Emperor energy, who's very strategic and thinks through well, if I do this, it leads to that, which leads to that. So you're deep in thought, running through ideas in your mind about how this is going to unfold, and then doing a review of your resources, your money, your skills, the things that you need, what do you currently have, what do you need going forward for the journey. So it's all about planning to look ahead. Now, something's recently occurred that is a disappointment, and this is going to really depend on your own particular story or circumstances. For some of you, there is some sadness, but it's a closing of a door on your heart. And so if it's to do with a personal relationship, the Three of Swords is always about some element of sadness or disappointment. And in this particular deck, you know, the swords are moving away from the heart. And we've got sort of the heart pictured in stone here. So it's sort of telling me that for those of you involved in a romantic relationship, that there's some kind of something hasn't worked out, and it's like you're shutting down your heart and perhaps redirecting your energy elsewhere. For others of you, it may be representing a different focus or energy for what you're most passionate about. After doing this reassessment on your plans and how to create stability going forward, and doing a reevaluation of what's working and what isn't working, then there's a realization, well, plans need to change. And so you're redirecting your energy of what you're most passionate about in another area, in another direction. So for those of you who are working on projects or something you're most passionate about, that's how it fits there. If it's a romantic relationship, then there's something that has not worked out to plan, and there's an element of sadness, and you're closing off your heart and redirecting your energy elsewhere. Now, we know that something is coming to a close, but it's interesting because it seems to what's closing here, which we have the Death card here, which means the ending of something, and an ending of something is final, and it also signifies, of course, new beginning. So I'll get to that in a moment. But just prior to that, whilst all of this is being reviewed and you are reviewing your plans and what's most important to you, reassessing what it is that you keep and not keep and what resources you have, all of this is actually, even though there's an element of sadness, it actually is serving you, because the Six of Wands card lets us know that this is helping you to redirect your focus and your plans in another direction. So this is also known as a victory card. So what it's telling us is that this change in the plans is actually going to better serve you. Goodness. And you'll be supported. So it feels like that even though on the face of it, it might look sad or challenging, the end result is that it actually is going to serve you really well. So after we know that something is coming to an end, and for those of you who've been in, some financial difficulties, by the way, this card lets us know that you're building those pentacles. I don't know if you could see that, that they're increasing and that you're just managing your resources carefully. And there may have been some thought around it not working, but, the victory card says that things did come good in the end. Now that we realise that cycle has finished and it's closing down that chapter, we then have the World card that lets us know that this is also an ending to a cycle. And with endings, there's new beginnings. So it's interesting, we've got two cards that are quite definitely saying there's an ending to a chapter or to a cycle. And you know, what goes around comes around. So like it's definitely like the clock has ticked around, that chapter's finished, it's closed, and therefore the obvious realization is that you're moving towards something that's going to be a new cycle. So let's take a look at what that new cycle is going to look like going forward. So I'll draw a couple of cards from the Angel Tarot deck. So thank you, Spirit, some guidance for Libra over this next coming week. What is coming up for Libra as a result, or what's going on after this closing of a chapter? Okay, thank you, Spirit, for Libra. So so the Ace of Fire is definitely signaling a new beginning. So that's appropriate, isn't it? An exciting new opportunity is unveiled, and for some of you it's about career advancement, new opportunity. Your life is changing. Your life is changing. So there's a lot of inspiration and new energy around this change. And so how appropriate that should come after the World card, after we've just finished saying a chapter's closing and a new one beginning. So usually with the Ace of Fire, ideas are dropping in, new things are coming your way, and things tend to happen rather quickly. So definitely changes are ahead. It does require you to action these changes, of course. So it's about a matter of looking for the opportunities and being tuned into that, Libra. So what does this mean for you in your life? What is closing? What chapter is closing? What is finishing? And what is the possibility for a new beginning for you? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, so definitely this is a time of renewal, where this card is letting us know that you're going through that period of reviewing and evaluating your current situation, what has been unfolding and what is finishing up. So it's definitely seeing the situation in a favourable light, but it's also recognizing that it's time now to move on to a new direction. So, and that's quite normal. We all go through chapters and seasons in our life, and just because we're moving on from one chapter to another doesn't mean that it was a bad chapter. It just means that that chapter's come to an end and it's no longer needed. It's finished. So, okay, thank you, Spirit. What else for Libra? A lot of gold can be gained when we take the time to review and evaluate what has been, and to really sort of assess, well, what do you need going forward? What's different going forward? Yeah, so the Three of Earth lets us know that you're now entering a time of great creativity, lots of ideas, which is what the Ace of Fire card is all about. And you're being recognised for high quality work. So now it's about getting in and becoming, it says here, be a team player. So focus on team and collaboration, using your creativity to come up with new ideas to take you forward into the next chapter here. How beautiful. All right, thank you, Spirit. So what else for Libra? So yeah, so don't hold back with your ideas. I love the butterfly in this picture because that's definitely about change and transformation, but it'll be a team effort. You may end up collaborating with your ideas with someone, and it's sort of like an injection of something new that you haven't necessarily done before. Exciting new opportunity. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So it may be while you're going through this period of transition that it would benefit you to be amongst like-minded people, or to seek out a mentor who understands where you're coming from, has your skill, your focus, understands your situation, and you kind of been willing to see things also from different perspectives. What I love about the Unity card here is that it's taking into account new angles, diversity, new ways of looking at things. So that may be a very good way to problem solve or come up with new creative ideas. And so So that could be around business, given that this is referencing career advancement. If it's to do with, you know, part of your change, your renewal that you're going through in a new direction, it's like challenging what is traditional, and can you think outside the box of what is traditional. For some of you, it may benefit you to join an organisation or draw from an organisation that shares similar ideas, and can help you and support you to move forward in this new direction, because we did get the team play here in collaboration, which is equivalent to Three of Pentacles, so it's working with others. So if you're connecting in with an organisation of people or multiple people, you know, that element of that team and like-mindedness and sharing skills and being prepared to do things differently, not out of the traditional box or not in the traditional way. Okay, interesting. So what else do we have? We've got a card that's flipped here. We've got the Hermit card. Okay, so you are going to be spending a little bit of quiet time in meditation just to sort of tap in to what you need to know individually, Libra, because it's all very well and good to take on board the opinions and ideas of others, but at some point you do need to actually check in, is this the right thing for you? Does it sit well with you? So that's also important. Don't get too carried away with what everybody else is suggesting to you. Come back to you, give yourself that quiet time to be in reflection and connect with your higher self, to just check in, does this fit your purpose, your values, your dreams, you know, what you're wanting to achieve for yourself. So there is, in this whole change and transition here, an emphasis on self-discovery. There are things that you're going to be learning about yourself during this change, Libra. And this is very important. So change just doesn't happen for the sake of it. There's always a reason, you know, and so having closed one chapter and moving to another, there's going to be new things for you to learn now. And so what are they? And it's not just about things outside of yourself, it's what do you need to learn and discover for yourself on the inside, is what Spirit is saying. What is a realization that you need to have that's going to help you with your decisions going forward into this new chapter? Yeah, thank you, Spirit. What else for Libra? We've got the Queen of Water here. So relationships that are developing to a new level. So people in your life, people that you're connected with. Queen of Water is the same as Queen of Cups. So there's an energy around, or an emphasis around, your skill and ability to build rapport, communicate well, understand how to language what it is that you want, connecting with how other people are feeling and responding. All of this you do very well. You're very patient as well, very loving, and this also puts you in a space of being quite intuitive as well. So Spirit is saying, trust what you know and what you're sensing and feeling during this period of time. It's also about you having compassion for yourself and others. Like, really tap into your heart space, acknowledge what it is that's coming up for you that you need to recognize in yourself, what you're feeling about things. Check in with your body. Are you taking care of your needs right now, emotionally and physically? Yeah, so it's being empathetic for yourself and for others right now as you're going through this period of change, and trusting your intuition on how to move forward. This is not just about a tick box mentality of moving to through the next cycle, which is probably why Spirit has said it's important for you to spend some quiet time in meditation, so that you don't step out of your heart space and checking in with what you know is important for you, and just taking care of your needs for a little while. It almost feels like a rejuvenation energy, that the need for some quiet time to just rejuvenate and recheck in, given that you've experienced a lot of change in recent times, and perhaps you not seeing the need for that at the minute, and so Spirit is bringing this to your attention. Because this will help you also not only to understand what it is that you want, but how to relate to others, which I believe is needed at the moment. I think you know this about yourself, Libra, because you're very discerning and you know how to read people quite well. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What else? Knight of Water. So for some of you, there is a love connection that, and I'm not sure if it's new, a love connection. For some of you, it might be just the need to balance emotions right now, because I'm feeling that you're emotionally sensitive to people. The Knight of Water kind of is almost like an idealistic energy around emotions and feelings and what it is that you need and want. For some of you, it's connecting into your passion and then feeling the excitement and the rush, which Knight of Water is sort of a rush of energy and a rush of emotion. So it's feeling a lot of that at the moment. And, you know, the Knight of Water, we're cautioned to not to be too gushing in our emotions or too in our feels, that we need to balance that with, you know, the logic with the emotion. Now, for some of you, there's a lot of connection with other people, social events. So it may be that you're vibing really well with other people, and so there's a lot of emphasis on communicating at the moment. I see this as a positive energy. There's nothing negative here. It's just an awareness around how you are being emotionally sensitive and aware. But just Spirit is saying, just be careful to balance out the emotions at the moment, and not to allow yourself to go to extremes in your feelings. Yeah, just to keep a nice even balance. All right, anything else? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, so as things start to progress and unfold, so you're going through that initial checking in with yourself phase, recognizing that you need some time out to appreciate what you need in terms of emotional fulfillment in your life. And then we get to the Knight of Earth, which is about, okay, now it's time to start doing things. So this is about buckling down to get the job done. So once you've allowed yourself that space to be in your emotions, to review, reflect, and to check in with you, it's then about, okay, now you've got things to do. You've got commitments to attend to. And I feel that you're going to be supported. It mentions here guardian angel. The Knight of Earth is slow and methodical and dedicated, and very focused on getting the job done. So that's your energy at the moment there, Libra. All right, thank you, Spirit. What else do we need to know? No, not that deck. All right. Here's another deck. Okay, so just checking in with the Wisdom of Oracle decks. So Spirit, what specific message do you have for Libra at this time? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we're going through a phase of just cleaning things up, tidying things up, looking at what it is that you need and you don't do, need and not need. And clean it up can be cleaning it up in terms of physical things that you've got to attend to. So interesting that it's come out straight after the Knight of Earth, which is talking about getting things done. It's tidying up all of the loose ends, making sure that you know what's there in the nooks and the crannies. doing a mental check, emotional check, and a physical check in order to prepare for the next stage. Yeah, so I'm sensing that there's a lot of this is preparation time, assessment, preparation, and then starting to get stuff done. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What else? Yeah, don't forget to sort of reach out and ask for help when you need it. Don't hold back. If you are needing the extra support and help during this period of time, then be sure to ask for that. Because it'll be readily given to you. You just need to ask. So don't be too proud to ask for that extra assistance as you need it. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Oh, we've got the deep knowing card. What is it that you're very aware of? You've got a deep sense around something at the moment, Libra, to do with your purpose and how things are going to go forward. There's something that you have a deep sense about. So I would say that Spirit is definitely saying to trust your inner knowing. A lot of things can present on the outside, and we can be focused on the tasks or the matters at hand, but Spirit is just wanting you to remember to stay connected with your inner knowing around things, to listen to your intuition. Yeah, you're very sensitive and aware at the minute, which is important because it helps you to understand the nuances that maybe other people won't be able to see. So, yeah. A lot of people are taught to ignore this deep inner knowing, but you seem to be quite good at it, Libra. You have the ability to read between the lines and to find out the truth that's missing when someone tells a story as well. And this deeper knowing allows you to sort of access wisdom that a lot of people don't necessarily have access to. So it helps you with information to draw important conclusions. So the trick is to listen, read between the lines, and trust what your inner knowing is, and then take action according to that. Yeah. So, Spirit is saying, please trust in your vibes, connect with Spirit or your higher self, your deeper knowing, because that's really going to assist you with your communications. And certainly it makes sense given that you're quite emotionally connected right now. Yeah, so in terms of with relating to other people, you have a deep knowing in your heart and soul about people, and whether they're oh my goodness, how they play a role in your life. Now, this particular card is letting us know that potentially, Libra, someone is going to cross your path quite suddenly. Oh, that's interesting, and sort of out of the blue. And instantly you're connected, and it feels like it was meant to happen. And so you have a connection with someone, and you just really, really resonate on the same wavelength. So this is going to be really beneficial for you. Now, for some of you, it may pertain to a romantic relationship. For others, it's just going to be someone who steps onto your path just at the right time to give you the assistance that you need. And you're going to feel that there's, an element of trust and commonality and like-mindedness here. So trust your heart, trust your inner knowing. So something important's about to unfold for you. When it comes to your prosperity, listen to your hunches and take the risk at the moment and take action. Yeah, trusting your inner knowing again, your intuition. Okay, so as long as you trust your intuition, you're going to have success with what it is that you need to achieve right now. Yeah. So we've got to make sure that we get past the busy mind, and that you balance that out with connection with your heart and your inner knowing. That's what Spirit is saying right now. Okay, what else is needed? Okay. All right, so we're going to pull a card from the Moon Oracle, Queen of the Moon Oracle deck here. So what else does Libra need to know right now? What else does Libra need to know right now? Thank you, Spirit. blossoming. Okay, fair enough. I got the blossoming card. So I do feel that, again, we've got number 33. You're connecting with spirit here, with the divine. Oh, okay, let's see. What is the message here? So it seems to me that things are going to bloom into something brand new and lovely, which, you know, no surprises based on the reading here. Yeah, so the message here is not to give up. You kind of intuited that this was going to come, this moment was going to come. So Spirit is saying to you, don't take too much attention or notice of what others are thinking and saying about you at the moment. Really step up and do what you know is right for you. Again, that just supports the whole message around trusting your intuition. There's someone around you who is noticing what you're doing. In any case, you don't need to pay too much attention to others and what they're thinking. So, you know, if you happen to be unlucky enough to be around someone who's jealous and negative, just pay it no attention. Yeah. What else? Yeah. So it seems after a period of things sort of going along at a same old pace, now things are going to take a new direction and bloom in a different kind of a way. Yeah, there's a time to blossom. So you're entering a new season where things that you intend and manifest are going to bloom. Yeah. So up until recently, it has seemed like over the longer period, the journey has been quite long and hard. And, you know, for many of us, that's true, especially with COVID and the pandemic and maybe even going further back than that. But Spirit is saying, look, the tide is turning. So don't give up at all. You're so close to things now really lifting and becoming very positive in your life. So this new chapter is going to be a lot easier and more flow. So make sure you don't get involved in fear energy and worrying about what's ahead, because that's going to prevent the flow and any possible blossoming. So let go of fear of failure. Let go of being successful, of course. A lot of us fear change. It's quite normal, but we don't want to stay in that energy because you don't want to hold yourself back, Libra, from having the success that's about to unfold for you. Yeah. So let go of fear and maybe even use the beautiful symbolism of spring and blossoming to help you visualize how things are taking on a fresh energy. Remember, you know, this Ace of Fire, you know, is confirming that beautiful new ideas are coming to you, new opportunities. There's really beautiful creativity around you to think up new things, to imagine new possibilities. And this card here is also talking about the power of creativity and working with others. So, you know, really embracing this energy of newness and creativity and possibilities. Really see yourself blossoming at this stage and just sort of let that be your key focus rather than allowing fear to creep in. Okay, all right, so where are we with this? Okay, do we need to wrap this up? What else is needed? What else does Libra need at this stage? I'm feeling like it's sort of, the reading is fairly straightforward in that you're moving from one cycle to a new cycle. And don't, if possible, the disappointment that you had in terms of what you thought, for some of you it's a disappointment, for others it was just maybe expected, but you had a plan and you had an idea of how something was going to turn out in terms of what you're most passionate about, person or project, and you had the idea of how you wanted it to look. But things did change, and you had to reflect on how things were changing. They weren't going in the direction that you thought, and so you've had to reassess things and take another fresh look at what is happening, what you need, what you don't need, and redirect your energy somewhere else. And this, at the end of the day, when you have that realization, it actually serves you really well. So you then come to the close of a cycle, the end of a chapter, an end of a cycle or a season, however you want to term it. So we go into that, new opportunity phase. So really allow yourself the time out to connect in with yourself, that hermit energy, do things that are creative, nurture yourself. Understand that at the moment you are going through a process of renewal. So, take care of your emotional well-being. Don't allow yourself to feel too much of extreme, but I am seeing that this is helping you to be sensitive to others and to trust your intuition. So trust your deeper knowing around the situation. You don't need to pay attention to everybody else's ideas and opinions. What matters at the end of the day, Libra, is how you are feeling and what you're sensing is right for you. So, I'm loving that. So things are blooming for you and progressing forward. All right, so I think we've got the crux of the message there for you, Libra. So we'll finish off with a card from the Quantum Oracle deck. Thank you, Spirit, for Libra. You are a loving person, Libra, and you need to hear this. This card here, the loving woman, this is you, your energy, or someone around you with this energy. And how beautiful is that? Very content with the person that you are. You're known to be loving and emotionally sensitive and aware, which is wonderful. Let's see what else. Here we go. Yeah, tender-hearted feminine energy. Yeah. Supportive and caring you are. You're also attracting these vibrations towards you as well, Libra. So, if you're a man, there's a woman in your life who's going to increase this love and support around you. And if not, if we're just talking energies, which is what I normally do, this loving, caring energy around you becomes even stronger, and you notice it even more, and very grateful for that energy around you. And it could be from a friend or a family member that is there to show you love, support, compassion at this time, which is beautiful. It could also be that it's being shown to you in a work relationship. Yeah. So it doesn't have to allude to a romantic connection here, but rather about the support and love that you feel from others. And also, you are reflecting that energy as well, which is beautiful. So at this point in time, I feel that you've got plenty of support around you, Libra. Stay open, stay tender-hearted, stay connected to your emotions. Trust your intuition at this time. Yeah. For anybody that is not in that loving space, you can quite, guilt-free disconnect from those kinds of people at the moment without judgment, but just let that go. So this is a time for you to stand up for yourself, to trust in what it is that you know you need and what you know for yourself. You deserve respect in all areas of your life, relationships in particular, Libra. So if this is a matter of the heart, just know that as you're moving forward, you deserve love, you deserve respect. Stay with that energy and you attract more of that. Let that be your focus then, rather than disappointment or anything else. Yeah. So if for some of you, you've been in a situation where there's been some mistreatment and a lack of love or a lack of respect, it's time to let go of that particular relationship. If that story is relevant to you, it's time to let go of that relationship. It hasn't worked out, and we see that, it's time to move on. There's sadness here around the heart. So that will be for some of you, not all of you. Yeah, so going forward, Libra, express what it is that you need, and focus your energy and with your full intentions on expecting to receive that, because you're drawing this beautiful energy towards you. Yeah, so as you treat yourself with love and compassion, you attract more of that energy in your life. Well, Libra, this feels like there's a few multiple stories There's multiple stories in this reading, so please only take it how it resonates for your particular circumstances. Regardless, though, whether it be personal or business or otherwise, it's definitely a change and a new chapter, and a time of reassessing what it is that you need going forward, and to really honour what is the right thing for you, and to trust your inner knowing around this. Focus your energy on love and what you can create right now that will serve you best going forward. So thank you, Spirit. We'll pull a card from the Namaste Blessing deck here. So that's our picture for your blessing, and the card on the back says the blessing of questioning. Oh, okay, I haven't seen this one. Examine and identify any belief that stems from an irrational fear. Ask yourself, do I still need this? If the answer is no, then replace it with a trusting, more loving belief. Blessings flow to you as soon as you do this. Set yourself free. Yeah. So, look, often we can be controlled by our fears, and of course fears are irrational, they're not real, but somehow we still hang on to them. So Spirit is saying, listen, if you find yourself in that state where it's difficult to let go of certain beliefs that, you scare the pants off yourself, Spirit is saying, ask yourself, do you need to believe that? And if it's not serving you, if that belief is not serving you, then let it go and replace it with a more loving belief. Okay? Re-language it and know that you deserve goodness, love, support, good things to manifest in your life. And as you do that, more blessings will flow towards you, and you set yourself free. No one else but you, Libra. All right, Libra, that is your reading for the 3rd through to the 9th of May or thereabouts. Libra, I hope you've enjoyed that reading and that you were able to benefit from the messages that were coming out. We have a few stories going on there, but I'm sure if you've lasted this long, you know what parts of the reading fit your particular circumstances. Change is here, and it is for the better. Don't forget the Six of Wands lets us know that, the change that is occurring is going to set you on a new path that's actually going to better serve you. So that's good. Stay loving, stay present, stay trusting in yourself, and everything's going to work itself out in the end. So Libra, that is your reading. I hope it's been helpful. If it has, let me know. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And I invite you to subscribe. Let people know about Living with Spice. The Divine is here to help everyone. Have a beautiful week, Libra, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.